Welcome back from lunch at the World Championships Crown Observers Tournament. We are in round 3.
Round 3 of 5, I believe.
That's right. We've got 2 more rounds to go after this one, but this one's pretty exciting. We've got the third top table on stream.
Yep, this is table 3 for the third round. Seemed appropriate.
Looking forward to it.
And we're going to be diving right in, and looks like the players have started. So we've got MuslihaT on the left, being played by Wowarlok, and on the right we have Leo being played by Ollie, who is something of a mate of mine.
Really?
They're local to the Redox meta.
All right, well, I hope your bias doesn't show during this commentary stream.
We'll try. So MuslihaT's got a Mystic Meme down and a Carpe Diem played, so they're ticking along. Leo has set up standard 2 ice centrals and a remote.
MuslihaT getting a Mystic Meme down in the opening hand is
it's
fantastic.
really good.
That's
so
really going to get the engine going.
MuslihaT is playing so many run events that they are
absolutely
wanted to utilize. And then we've got a Spindo, is that?
Yeah, that's an alt art spin.
Playing out a Hansei review, I believe.
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay. So far, nothing too exciting. Setting up, both players just setting up their boards, getting set up. So Leo, of course, has the ability that once per turn, whilst the run is going on, you can end the run by trashing a Bioroid. Yep. So things like the Mercia that's right there is basically a one-time use Nisei encounter, which is quite good.
On the left here, we've got MuslihaT, who's just triggered her beginning of turn ability. She looks at the top card, reveals that it's a run event, puts it into hand. Well, so I think we just saw a reprise there.
Basically gives you a court mandatory draw on the runner side.
Exactly.
Which,
but now it's a good thing.
Well, it is a good thing, and a lot of new players make the classic mistake of thinking the runner draws at the beginning of every turn, but it's just a call because it turns out that's quite busted. So Hermes is coming down, which this early in the game when both players are at 0 points is a big
it's going to
deal.
get a lot of value. We're going to pop that Spin Doctor, of course, during the run. But I think we chopped on the face down, so this might even be a second Spin Doctor. I'm not sure. I might have missed exactly where it was chopped, but we'll see.
I mean, getting rid of the spin doctor nice and early is always good.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
so it was the second Spin Doctor, so we had to pop the first one because we couldn't res the second until the first one was gone without trashing it. And we're drawing up more.
Okay, so both players just kind of setting up, doing a few little pokes, but nothing like particularly of note so far.
Leo's got their own prize card out there in Mercia. She's going to be getting some easy installs while also acting as a Bioroid that will basically end the run at a moment's notice when Ollie needs it to happen.
So just lovely click and compression. Moving on to HQ and icing up, and I think we saw that was a Hagen.
Yeah, look, I saw the Hagen too. Let's see. We are looking. It is a Bravado. We love to have 2 credits on a Mamie with a Bravado.
Ooh, just free money.
That's going to get some great value,
especially when you don't have any programs installed. Because a lot of the ice HB ages running tend to be either trash a program or just straight in the run.
That's
if you
right.
have no programs installed, that's not a problem. So they can play that Bravado pretty carefully, pretty freely at this point.
When you've got all your clicks and no programs worth trashing, you can just run through a lot of stuff. It's going to be pretty nice.
And Ollie's on 9 credits, which is a reasonably large amount, but that can disappear so quick because that's a brand.
Yep, absolutely.
Practically speaking. So I think the runner puts down a dolls. Okay.
All right, we're going to see how this goes. And we're gambling for some money.
Didn't spend the Meme box on that gamble.
Yeah.
I think it was a slight miss. Okay, humanoid resources coming out. So drawing up 3 cards, 3 credits.
Yeah, a profit of 3 credits, drawing 3 cards. We're going to install 2, and then hopefully we've drawn a playable event. The thing about humanoid resource in these decks is you don't always have a likelihood of drawing a playable event. You're going to have a seamless launch. That usually can't be played with it. And I see at least one in hand, but there might be a predicted planogram.
There is. I can just see it.
Oh, there we go. We got a predicted planogram to finish it off. Then we get maximum value.
Oh.
And a Mercia draw, a Mercia install. That's fantastic.
And was that a new install on the remote? Or was that already there?
Yeah, I think that was at least one new install in that remote there.
There was definitely a nice coming down. So that so right now Ollie just building up a big remote. This is a very classic Glacier style. Going to build a big remote. You cannot afford to get in every turn, and I'll just slowly push out agendas through. Well, I say slowly. Seamless launch, sure. obviously providing quite a lot of temp for this. In many ways, this Leo deck is kind of a evolution of the PD deck. PD wanted to go kind of quickly and score, but it was still doing the remote game. This is doing the remote game, but not necessarily going quite as quick because it's a much thicker
right.
deck.
There's a little bit less of the tempo, but I see what you mean. It's still kind of relying on 4-2s and seamless launches.
Exactly.
At least if this is the Leo deck I know, or 4-3s as the case may be. Of course, lacking the ability to recur those seamless launches, which is still such a key part of PD's success today.
Indeed.
But you do get the defensive power of Leo, which cannot be overstated.
Yeah, although Criminal does have an interesting out versus that with Lucky Charm.
I've been thinking about Lucky Charm. I'm wondering if we're going to see it pop up in some decks tomorrow, especially.
So Lucky Charm, for those uninformed, is one-cost hardware.
Yep.
Run it. If you've run HQ this turn, when the Corp attempts to end the run, you can just remove the hardware from the game. Excuse me, not trash it. And this works with any end the run ability, including Leo. So this is actually an interesting out versus Leo. If they're thinking that they have that way of denying you entry right at the foot of the server, you have a way through that. Yep. Okay, we're challenging.
Okay, we are getting a very cheap bravado. We're going to make pure profit off of this. It's a fly swatter. Okay, we don't have anything that can deal with it right now.
So this was click 2 or click 1?
I can't really tell with those click trackers right now. I believe it was click 2.
Okay, so
click 3.
It looks like the runner's just bouncing off that. Fair enough. Maybe the Corp read something, although the Corp's not exactly hurting for cash right now. Get a bit of information about the remote. So all in all, yeah, fine.
Yep.
Scoring.
That's a vulnerability
audit. That's a vulnerability audit. You don't see that very often these days. One in 4-3.
Yep. I think it's a pretty common inclusion in like a 7 agenda Leo is very common these days, and is probably going to be very common tomorrow. And the vulnerability audit, send a message, and then maybe one luminal to finish out the agenda suite is usually the way to go.
Yeah.
All right, got Chesva.
We've got Chesva down. Get that coffee. 2 credits a turn when you're running.
There's another Matrushka. Now we can start breaking ice.
Yeah.
But not more than 1 ice per turn right now.
2 ice per turn because you got the one that's hosted.
Oh, it's 1 per Matrushka?
I think so. Okay.
I thought it was only 1 per host of Matrushka, but you know what? I'm open to being wrong today. That's my.
So interestingly, the Corp is opting to build up R&D. Now, I think the reason that Ollie's doing this is he might be feeling fairly confident in the remote. It might not even be something in the remote.
Maybe not.
Worth defending. But I think what Ollie is very conscious of is that if R&D is open, the chance of getting Hermes bounced out is significantly high.
That's very true. I think something else to consider is that that Leo doesn't have an infinite number of credits. Mercia only gives you a 1 credit discount on installs. So if you have extra ice in hand, you're going to try to get for free, and maybe this just we're going for a clean getaway on R&D. Let's see what this ice is. Drafter is a great piece of ice to have on a central server.
Yep, 3 credits to break.
We can
so
break it with Matrushka.
That's not cheap. And then a second drafter.
There we go.
So right now R&D is attackable for a net 4, which is not too bad, but it's only a single.
And deciding if we want to, we could end the run with Mercia here, but this is just a single, right? So it's probably not. No. It's worth it because you prevent the money gain from the clean getaway.
Yes.
I think that's worth popping the Mercy for that.
So not bad. Two flip dolls and denying that money. So like the runners pretty flush at the minute. They're sitting on 9 credits.
Yeah, and between the Chesva and the Mamie, they've got enough money to play whatever events come into hand.
Humanoid resources coming down again, refreshing the corpse pool a bit, which is good.
Drawing 3, going to install 2.
So I'm starting to. I'm thinking Corp's looking quite in favour of the minutes because whilst the runner is reasonably set up, the Corp's in a very strong position right now. 2 ice on all the major servers, 3 points scored, and I can see a Bran in hand. So that server is potentially going to get even more beefed up. And I can see another Mercy as well, so that's the end of the run. So right now,
I see another Mercy in there too. That might be worth installing and then rezzing, so we can get a bonus install at the end of the turn as well.
Exactly.
Oh, but we're looking at a Boomy,
which is also okay.
Paying 2 to install that.
Yeah.
And are we going to get an operation? It doesn't look like it.
No Mercy install. Interesting. Okay, so only six credits.
Yeah, we've drawn a pinhole threading that works great with Chesva. You can use those credits to trash things in remote servers if you pinhole through archives or so.
So I mean, this is very much what your Leo decks want to do. We see a transfer of wealth, so the new siphon, and this is going to be quite difficult for it because there's no way, because unless that second ice is a Bioroid, which I don't think it is, otherwise he probably holds it back. Well, it is. No, but Hagen isn't a Bioroid.
Hagen's not bad though, because technically Wowarlok only has one installed Icebreaker, which means that Hagen is fairly good strength right now. But we do have the money to break it, and then we're going to take no credits because there are no credits left.
Yeah, so that's
how you get around the transfer of wealth.
Yeah, so they need to jack out and not take the access, otherwise they're taking a tag on top of it, even if they have zero credits.
True.
So is he going to take the access here and take the tag?
Yeah, I'm wondering. You don't want to take a tag. That Mamie is too valuable to let it linger. Okay, we're taking a tag and we're going to access just one card.
He smells blood. He thinks there's agendas in there.
Okay. It's the Brawn. We knew about the Brawn.
Shocker. Leo playing Brawn.
Right, yeah.
Unheard of.
It's a one of in some decks.
Is it?
No.
We've got Boomy. Oh, we've got Boomy up on the screen, which is the other kind of typical one that Leo uses to.
There's usually 3 Bronze, 3 Boomies, and then like kind of a sprinkling of on-cells or maybe some other interesting cards. But there's usually not a lot of Bioroid Ice because there's not a lot of really great Bioroid Ice for Leo to play right now.
Aside from Bran. Bran is a lovely Bioroid Ice that you generally don't want to trash with the Leo ability, but is really good as a last ditch. Okay,
correct.
I've got to end the run this turn only because I'm going to win next turn. So Bran pulling double duty in Leo, which is obviously
there's some folks who were hoping that Hakarl would make an appearance in Leo decks, but it just hasn't been good enough.
It just doesn't quite grab it. The derezzing route is quite difficult to leverage sometimes.
Yeah. All right, MuslihaT drawing. We are maybe looking for more multi-access. We are looking for ways to challenge remotes.
I think the corp being broke is a good way to challenge the remote.
I mean, that's pretty good. Only 3 credits means that a lot of the most dangerous stuff can't be res. But another thing to worry about in Leo is Mitra Aman, which means that 3 credits can come out of nowhere. And then be used to res something really scary. We're going deeper.
Yeah, Mitra Aman, as you can see on screen, it can turn your 3 credits into 6 credits for. Oh, Anoetic Void going. Okay, cleaning out the remote and the Mercia. So. Runner going quite broke, but diffusing a lot of the threat in the remote with the Anoetic gone and the Mercia gone.
Yeah, those are
a lot of
very solid cards that you want to see gone
themselves on down the line. So, so absolutely, Wowarlok playing this really well, just slowly controlling the corpse out, and over time the corpse hand will start filling up with agendas. HQ is reasonably cheap to get into at the minute, especially with the Chesva. So then the runner can just slowly start bleeding out the core.
Yep, very true.
So Ollie's in a bit of a rough position here. 3 credits, even with that amount of res dice, is not a lot, and you need to keep that threat. So they really want to score an off-world office, right?
Yes, very much so. If there are any in the decks, I'm suspecting not. If we see vulnerability audit, we're probably on just 7 agendas, and we don't have room for off-world offices. But thankfully, we were able to credit and do a hedge fund, which is.
That'll help a lot.
A fairly it's another like easy at least one of in a lot of corp decks these days.
Yeah. So interesting. So 5 credits on the runner side, 9 credits on the corp side. Runner's reasonably set up with the 3 dolls. And of course they've got Mystic Memory, which will let them bounce up even more.
Yeah, already 2 credits on it. Like that can turn into a lot of cash very quickly. Like we could easily see another Bravado that would make a huge amount of money right now.
Indeed. So Ollie has to play carefully, but he does need to keep moving because once the runners got their cash out, they've taken away 2 of their outs on the remote already with the Anoetic and the Mercia. So they free end the runs or free end the runs.
Another thing is right now MuslihaT only has the 2 hosted copies of Matryoshka, which means MuslihaT cannot. Oh, never mind. Here's another breaker. Another small thing this does is lower the strength of Hagen a little bit further. Yeah. It means this run is going to be even cheaper, and we're going to take we're guaranteed to take some of this money now.
Yeah, and the Corp can't do anything to res it. So the Corp loses three credits, running gains 6, and an access, and a tag.
But let's see what that access is.
So all in all, this is a well-placed transfer. And they see the third Mercia.
Yeah, you do want to get rid of this, I think. But
I think so.
The runner has 6 credits right now. Just checking to see what else is in there.
Put that one back in the bin.
Don't forget that face down.
Board states.
Yep, we are trashing that Mercia.
Yep, I think it's very sensible to do because there's one Spindo gone. Presumably no other recursion.
Probably not. No.
So
I mean, other than things like maybe an ablative.
Yes, ablative would be very.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
Okay, so yeah, the runner very much playing the control game at the minute. Like still on 0 points, but still in a fairly dominant position. They've got the dolls up. They've got the money ticking from the Mystic Meme. Corp hitting back, just moneying up and putting a card in the remote. So.
Yeah, we're taking up that Mystic Meme. We're looking at the top card, not able to draw it. That's always the most painful thing when you're playing MuslihaT is seeing a dud card.
You want like, free draw every turn.
Why did I put a Chesva? Why did I put a Sure Gamble in this deck at all? I just want to say something for the benefit of one of our viewers, first-time viewer or chatter. Yeah, players do bring one runner and one corp each, and so you'll see in this round, in this part of the event, we're going to see these players swap sides. The player playing runner right now will bring out their corp deck after this game is done, and we'll see that game as well. And I'm looking forward to that as well. Double-sided
Swiss, which I know we're doing single-sided Swiss tomorrow. I do like double-sided. I like playing.
I prefer. I know it's. I'm going to get canceled for this. I do prefer double-sided Swiss.
Oh.
Okay. I'm
our
hearing
producer
from our
is telling us we are both wrong.
Interesting.
But I like it. I like that you can play a game, have a really good, really interesting game, and then kind of whoever lost is like trying to regain their footing, trying to get their own back. You're trying to maintain your position,
yep,
or vice versa.
I agree. I find that exciting. I also feel like it's undeniable. I think you play more Netrunner in a double-sided tournament than you play in a single-sided.
I think on a pure time basis you do. However, we probably shouldn't legislate on this one too much. But both players are thinking really heavily because it's an interesting turning point. Like 8 credits on the corp side. That remote is probably fairly impenetrable.
Another Chesva. This is going to be great for these central servers. Now we do know that the runner has at least one jailbreak in hand. They've got a little bit of multi-access, and that multi-access is very easy to get right now.
Okay, letting the Mystic Meme keep ticking. So that's a reprise gone, which is basically Hermes plus. When you if you steal an agenda, you can bounce a rezzed card, which if you hit a Bran with that is huge.
Oh, it's devastating. That's 6 credits and the install gone, and then you can run that server that was protected by the Bran in the same action.
Exactly. So you really want to hold on to that. So that was a painful loss, but
yeah.
Really wanted to keep those main credits, which makes sense. The runner is flat broke at the minute. They need that money available.
Yeah, that's true. We are installing in that remote server. We are realizing that the runner may be flat broken. It's a good time. Of course, the Mystic Meme is something that is going to help them get back into the game very quickly. So this might be one of our limited opportunities to score something. I see a send a message in hand as well. We're holding on to that. Those Chesvas are making the central servers feel pretty vulnerable even when the runner has no real credits.
Yeah, it's that lingering threat of Hermes.
Yep.
Like that's what Ollie iced HQ on the last turn just because of that 5-3 in hand, because that would be so devastating if that was stolen at this point. So Carpe Diem,
yep.
which is on Archives, probably not worth running. So we're just taking the money.
Yeah, and it's good money because
run
we've
event and not running.
And choose not to run, it looks like, yeah.
Click to roll draw. Yeah, sequencing is...
So we're drawing up.
Just drawing up. We don't want to lose a random card to that Mystic Meme, but... Okay.
Playing a 4th Matroska, and then... Oh,
there we go. That's going to be pretty good on that
treading
remote server.
lightly.
We are going to make each unres piece of ice cost 3 more to res, so this could be economically devastating to the corp.
And yeah, so they can still res a Bran. It would just cost 9 all their money instead of 8, but the runner wouldn't be able to get in.
Or a Boomy costs 6. I'm not sure if the runner has any quicks left to deal with this. We do have, of course, the Revolver and the Matrushkas and some money, so this isn't a huge deal.
But
and we're breaking the fly swatter as well. We're assuming that the corp will not be able to res whatever this card is. That's correct, because the corp literally cannot afford to res
unless it's 0
anything.
Oh, trashing the boomy.
Trashing the movement to end the run. Okay, good. Well, we're forcing a Bioroid out, and we are scoring a Luminol on the following turn. With all the money.
Yeah, but you get...
But we also get points, and we get our turn back.
Okay, bounce.
Oh, and Hermes is going to bounce something. That's good.
So Corp on 5 points, and just got a Luminol scored. Flat broke. So I suspect we're just going to see the sad use Luminol to click for 3, which is a shame given the all amazing things it can do. Yeah, we're just clicking for 3.
Clicking for 2, maybe installing a humanoid. Or
that's 3. It's one hiding under the other one. Just here.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So just click for 3. It's a bit of a sad Luminol turn, not like of all the things that could happen.
But if that's all that Luminol did, I don't think it would have ever been banned.
Yes, because it was very recently that it got unbanned. It was not last ban, but the one before. They were like, we think Luminol can have its time to shine again.
And you know what? I suspect it's not going to last. And I'm not saying that with any insider information to be clear.
Maybe, yeah. It is very strong, and games do often turn on who scored it. And
yes,
Ollie has just scored it, so by that logic, he's very favoured for this one. But we shall see, because the ice he's got out is fairly cheap to break. Both players are kind of broke, but those chairs phase may make a big difference on the ability. But the runner has some catching up to do. The runner's still on 0 points, to the Corp's 5.
Yeah.
I don't think these Leo decks tend to play fast advance, do they?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
I don't think these these Leo decks tend to play fast advance, do they?
No, probably not. I don't think we're on anything like that. And from the agendas we've seen, I don't think there have any really fast advanceable agendas besides Luminol anyway.
Okay.
But some of these are on tier, which can give extra clicks, which could score something fairly easily.
Oh, tier would be so painful at the minute because it's an expensive piece of ice to break. So that's potentially a line that we can take. So Ollie's still going to have to score out these last 2 points, and they're going to be hard fought.
We are losing a random card due to the Mystic Mamie.
I don't think we need.
We probably don't need the 4th Matryoshka. Yeah, that's probably fine. It does mean that we can never challenge more than one server per turn with the number of Matryoshkas we have, but I think we're okay with this.
Okay, runner's back. So the Corp's back in money. Runner is, I think, there. That's going to help a lot.
Gamble for 8?
Yep. Gamble for 8. Love that.
8. Oh, love to see it.
We're back in the game. Just those tuning in, I'm Patrick Sklar on comms, and I'm joined by...
I'm joined by Extrac. Sorry, you're joined by Extrac. I am Extrac.
And I'm also joined by Extrac.
There are multiple Extracs here.
Yeah, we are right in the middle of the Crown of Service tournament at the World Championships. This is the Friday before the big event. But this is kind of a tradition that we do this team tournament before pretty much every World Championships in my memory. Going back.
Yeah, it was definitely a thing. I think it was originally started as like a community thing that kind of morphed into an official thing.
Yeah, kind of a semi-official thing. We allow this to happen on our premises.
So teams of three, and the rules are on your team. In your team of 3, you can't repeat the same faction twice on either side. So you've got to have three different runner factions, 3 different corp factions. And table talk is allowed up until the last 5 minutes of the game. So players quite often.
Yeah, you can coordinate with your team. You can ask, what should I do in this situation? And right now we are bravadoing in. We're going to make a lot more money. And we're going to maybe access that send a message. We're not. We're going to see that there's a threat. A single advanced card could be an easily scored send a message. An unadvanced card could be another vulnerability audit. We have to be keeping this in mind now that we know Seamless launch is in hand.
And I can see the 4.2 agenda that lets you install things. Architect deployment test.
Architect deployment test? Oh, is there one of those in hand?
Yeah, there's one in hand. And a vulnerability audit. So HQ is really hot at the minute. Three agendas. I think Ollie's pushing at this point, because I think you have to.
I think you really have to. Like, HQ is so vulnerable, you can't count on that keeping anyone out. But you also need to defend whatever's in that server, unless you don't want to make it seem like a big deal. You're kind of, maybe you're hoping that the runner is like, you know what, R&D is looking pretty easy to get into with a jailbreak. I'm going to focus my Matryoshkas there.
But at the same time, the runner hasn't shown their multi-access, which presumably is twinning for a deck like this. There it is.
There we go. Great timing.
I do try.
real
Okay, so
progression.
we're tackling R&D. So the runner is going to see 3 fresh cards. Little do they know that the corp has just drawn two agendas, but a single agenda off this is going to bounce and presumably bounce that remote straight back into
That
their
is
hand.
true. That will be pretty devastating, but I think Ollie knows the chances of there being an agenda in R&D aren't that high.
No.
We are seeing 3 cards.
That can stay.
Whatever that is, it
One
can
stays.
stay, and last one it can stay.
So just missed.
Yeah, this still might give Wowarlok a lot of information. Like, we might
Yeah.
now know for sure that HQ is ripe with agendas, and we didn't use any Matrushkas on the R&D run because we used Revolver instead, leaving the AI icebreakers to get into HQ.
Yeah, and I mean typically if you do a 3D dig on R&D, you're thinking HQ is loaded. There
Yes.
is definitely something in there.
Yeah.
But we're
So we're
challenging
checking
the
the remote,
remote.
which is fine.
There's
there's the
the
Bron.
Oh, that is
That would
painful.
be 7.
That would be 7.
So I don't think you trash the brand to keep them out here.
No, because Wowarlok can go right back in. I
And-
think we still have at least a quick left.
Exactly.
One more click.
Yeah, he has one more click left.
Access.
That's the agenda.
There's the Architect deployment test.
So
It's mandatory, unfortunately.
So interestingly, is Wowarlok going to read that agenda that HQ is loaded from that, because that wasn't a particularly strong remote.
Yeah, I do want to point out we are seeing reprise happen actually, and it's the worst case scenario that you described.
Oh, that's so painful.
Oh wow! And then did we run archives and see 2 more agendas?
Oh, we were so flooded.
Oh no, I or maybe we ran. Anyways, it was the reprise that was really the impressive thing here. We bounced the Bron back to hand and just
At some point, but
nothing to be done. But now we're going to move on to the second game of this double-sided game.
Indeed. That was a good game. Like there were swings all the way. I think Ollie just couldn't quite get that foothold, that remote. The trashing of the Anoetic and the Mercier at
Yes,
the same time
that
took away
that
so
remote
many
was meant to be
lifelines.
a fortress, and it just got demolished before it could really grow into what it was meant to be. And the runner, for their part, got the ideal cards very early on. Like, as MuslihaT, it's so frustrating not to see those cards in the opening hand. You're kind of mulliganing to get as many duds in your opening hand as possible, so you can just like be all gas on the rest of it. But
Exactly. I mean, getting in an early Mystic Memory is just so much.
Absolutely.
So much
That's a
fun.
huge amount of
we
value.
remember the days of Rozeki when
it's
when
basically
dripping
a
a credit
Rozeka
a
that
turn
doesn't
was
take up
just,
MU.
it seems so innocuous but powered so much.
All right, so Wowarlok's now going to be Corp. Let's see what their Corp is.
no idea how this matchup is supposed to go.
Interesting.
Don't have to worry about self-growth anymore.
Let's see what are they running. So we have got Epiphany on the left, and I think
Cool.
that's Essa on the right.
My sleeves are in
It is
exact
Essa
way,
on the right.
Okay.
but
Epiphany
it looks
versus
like
Essa. So Essa are obviously going to be trying to do a whole bunch of core damage. Set
Yeah,
them-
there's
set
going to be a lot
themselves
of
up
sabotage.
to start milling out, and Epiphany wanting to presumably score out with a Hollow Man.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Also, Epiphany making that whenever the runner is trashing Epiphany's cards, you kind of get tempo out of that. Trashing a wide, like an asset-heavy Epiphany, doesn't really slow them down as much as you want it to, as much as it would in other Corp. We've also got lots of time left in this round for this game, so the players can maybe even take it easy and think things through.
That should be good. That should be good. And of course the so there is obviously the option to be a taggy deck if you're playing NBN. You get all the
Yep.
tag cards for basically free.
Mm-hmm.
So are we expecting an Oppo here? I guess is the question.
I think that's very possible. I think that just is just useful as a threat in any NBN deck, and like you said, so easy to just include tags or tag-related cards in NBN. What I suspect is we might even see B1001. I've seen Epiphany
love
decks that are running
B1001.
B1001 as just a way to really frustrate the runner at the end.
It's such like B1001's it's such a lovely asset because it's so painful to trash at 3 credits. It costs you basically nothing to res, and if you're just tagging them left, right, and center with VSAs and
Or with Funhouse is one of the
Yes,
cooler combinations. The runner goes through Funhouse, takes a tag, and then B1001 ends the run. Anyway, B1001 is a must-trash asset if you see it, and then you start to understand what this deck is. But of course, Epiphany can be played a lot of different ways. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what's in this deck.
And then, of course, you could try and close out with a Oppo into something like a shipment from Vlad, which
There we go. You ship them from Vlad to just square a big agenda.
And taggy decks, they were very in vogue in the last couple metas. They've fallen off a little bit with the rise of Alco, but it is
Yeah, true.
But they are. So let's see.
One of the main tagging decks though was Nebula Kill, which kind of lost a bit of teeth with the banning of touch-ups.
Yeah, touch-ups was doing a lot of heavy lifting in that deck to kind of work the way around kill protection. So we see Ice Remote, something in the remote and Ice Central. So obviously, so Wowarlok very cognizant of Chastushka, because a turn 1 Chastushka out of Ether is devastating. If it lands.
It really, really is. As a corp, you don't want to be making that difficult decision that early in the game. It's really just going to set the tone in a way you don't want. But we're Raindrops cutting stone into a ping. So we're going to take a tag here, but we're also going to draw a card and get some money from the Raindrops. I do love that run event. And the corp is down to 3 credits. Maybe we can try running HQ now, but we don't want to risk taking a second tag.
What we have here.
That's
finality.
finality.
That's
a
a very early finality. So
if R&D's open.
So core damage.
Wow.
Oh, and hitting the strike.
Okay, so we are making money. We are sabotaging 2. We're drawing a card, and then we're going to access 2 cards. So
4 cards.
4 cards.
4 cards of R&D. It's a very deep dig.
Yeah.
So this is
because then we can just go look at whatever was trashed, and maybe it's a 6-card dig technically. Steals.
Steals a crypto crash. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. So
we know the top three are clean.
Yep. Runner has made 2 points. We're gonna gamble, and we're clearing the tag just to be safe.
Okay. All in all, not bad. Not a bad turn. So we're doing the regular getting all the money.
Is that a that must be a regolith. Yeah, we are moneying up. Perfect.
Wildcard strike. So the mantra is never give the runner cards. Always give the money.
Yes, you're
and
pretty
it
much
seems
always.
that Wowarlok is sticking with this.
Yeah. In theory, that's a card where the corp chooses what's worst for the runner, but yeah, it's almost always give them credits, not cards.
Yeah.
We are installing Marrows. That's another core damage, but the runner's hand size is going to go up instead.
Wow. Oh, and hits another strike fund.
Honestly, pure skill. Love to see it.
Yeah. Oh.
If anyone ever claims it's luck, deny it. And yeah, we are.
So I think the runner can not necessarily kick back here, but kind of take it.
Yeah, runner's in a good position right now, but I mean, while R&D is open, you do want to maybe force some more sabotages while you can. We are filtering with, I believe, Epiphany's ability. And let's see what we've got
Epiphany
here.
going wide. Epiphany wants to go wide because every time because it's the first time they first time you get an Epiphany counter and that lets you filter through your deck, lets you know if it's safe to let them dig on R&D or if it's safe to trash the top 2 to the sabotages, which is obviously
that is actually so true. Yeah, you get a lot of information that can prevent you. Oh, and speaking of sabotage, here's another core damage coming in. All right, is it going to be the 3rd strike fund?
No.
All right, the crowd goes mild. I was really hoping for a strike fund there.
But Ghost Tongue is big because that reduces the cost of all events.
Yeah, and like those expensive Chastushkas, the Sure Gambles. There's a lot of events that you are going to get some value out of. And unlike other similar cards, like this works for every single event. It's not even once per turn. It's not a collection of credits.
They're just all 1 cheaper.
And now that Raindrops Cut Stone is free, and that looks like a Bladderwort.
It is indeed a Bladderwort. Interesting.
Yep.
Bladderwort out of Epiphany. Now,
I think Bladderwort has made its way into a lot of wide asset decks, actually. And probably this tells me that this Epiphany is also going for some kind of kill. Like, it looks like they want to do some damage.
Possibly. I mean, Bladderwort in and of itself is just a nice tempo. Just pinging the runner, getting a credit. It's just it's just nice to hit. Okay.
And there was a Hollow Man we just trashed.
So we lost a Hollow Man, which is I think the primary way that Epiphany is going to be scoring out because because we don't have Sound Sen anymore. Shipment from Vlad is Not quite. Sorry, Vladimir City Grid isn't quite what the best asset play is. So Hollow Man is kind of taking center stage on it. Sometimes you have shipment from Vlad if you land those big oppos to kind of really close out the game.
That's right.
But the fact that the Corp is playing Regulus implies that their primary scoring pattern is via those Hollow Men.
Yep. Yeah, you're probably right there.
Because it is an expensive fast advance tool. We've got a balanced coverage as well, which works well with Epiphany. So balanced coverage, look at the top, name a type and look at the top card of R&D when your turn begins. If you named it correctly, you can reveal it and gain 2. So that's a super pad campaign.
I do get that text confused with federal fundraising a lot. They came out in the same pack,
and they obviously work very well together, because federal lets you look at the cards and then rearrange and then draw, and then if you remember and don't forget in between, put them back on your deck.
You will often see them together. Right, we are taking more core damage. We're losing a charm offensive. I love single charm offensive in ESA. You are sabotaging so much, you can get some surprise value out of that.
Yeah, no, it's and it's really good as it can work as a pseudo pinhole. It can work as a way of trashing things like wage workers are cheap.
If the Corp is hiding their Hollow Man behind a very heavily defended server, like you can just trash the copy of a Hollow Man you trashed earlier and get the value there.
But not if they haven't scored with it yet, because it's not res then.
Right. It does have to be res. Although no, you're right. I'm not. Why am I even arguing? When you're right, you're right.
So we're checking the bin. I think that's another agenda. That is another agenda. Oh, and that's game.
7 more. Yeah.
Oh my God! All right,
that's painful.
Wow, that was a huge flood.
That was a big flood. Oh, that's painful.
But I think that's the pressure that sabotage can put on you. You're trying not to throw out your agendas; they just end up piling up in different places. You don't know what you're throwing out off the top of R&D sometimes.
Oh, that's a rough.
Maybe you're digging for a spin doctor, but it doesn't show up.
That's a rough draw. So one win apiece.
1-1.
Nice balanced game. Another advantage double-sided Swiss.
And nice balanced coverage from us, I'd say.
Indeed. But no, those are good games. Lovely to see some variety, because you don't see a lot of Epiphany in mainline tournaments these days.
Yeah.
And this is the advantage of tournaments like this, which forces players to adapt and bring something maybe a little
because
less
everyone has to play a different faction. You were kind of forced to just try something new, maybe try something outside of your comfort zone, or at the very least, you're not playing the best deck in the meta at any given point.
Exactly.
I'm wondering how the rest of their teams did. We'll find out later, but since this is a team event, you're piling up the points with your team and seeing how far you can go.
Yeah, and so yes, there's a maximum of 18 points per round available to each team.
That's right.
And do we think we'll see any 6-for-1s?
That's such an interesting question. I'm sure in the last round we might have an actual 6-for-1 where every member of both teams agrees. Well, you can. Why don't you explain this best?
So in normal tournament play, you can do something called a 2-for-1, which is where you both agree ahead of time. You're going to play one game of Netrunner. This only happens in double-sided Swiss.
Yeah.
Instead of playing 2 games of Netrunner, you play 1 game of Netrunner, but that game counts for both games.
Yes, for all the marbles. It's a way of maybe not taxing your brain too much before you go into top cut or something, or just. That if you each get 1 win, you're not going to make the cut, but if one of you gets 2 wins, you will make the cut, so you have to make this kind of huge gamble.
Exactly. And a 6-for-1 is the logical extension of that, only available in a team tournament where all the team agrees that 1 game will be played instead of the usual 6, and that game will depend on everything. Maybe in the last round.
Maybe in the last round we'll see it.
But it's a friendly tournament. We're all here to have fun.
We are here to play a lot of Netrunner, and so I suspect people might still lean in that direction.
Maybe.
Also, I don't believe there's really a top cut when it comes to crown of servers. We're just doing standings at the end of the day.
Straight standings at the end of the day. Strength of schedule is a tiebreaker, because there may be a few teams that have that, and then they will have the crown of the servers.
Wow, the crown of the servers.
Is the crown made of servers?
Yes, I believe so. It's very uncomfortable and very heavy, but it is water cooled, so it's really nice on a hot day.
Oh, that was lovely. It'd be nice in Edinburgh, because it's a little chilly today.
Yeah, it's not good right now, but how does Edinburgh feel in the summer? I don't know.
It's quite pleasant in the summer. I've been up here in August before for the Fringe, and it is it's very pleasant in the summer. It doesn't tend to get too hot, and it's not too bad.
Good. Oh, great. Well, they can wear the crown of servers crown then.
Perfect. In the meantime, however, I think we're going to take a break,
That's right.
and we'll be back with the next round shortly. See you
Bye,
then.
everybody.